wait for it to decide to actually funnel some packets onto the stream. Yeah, there we go. So, here we are. I believe we should have... we're in the process of getting everyone home after the most recent crusade. People were, if I recall, rejoining the defensive pact against me. People are leaving it.
Crusade because I watched it on through the stream in the kitchen while doing washing up. So I may actually want to see what you've accomplished. Presumably, so is Anatolia now run by the?
Anatolia
daughter?
is now run by Queen Anthusa, the Blessed Virgin, who is my daughter.
Right. Okay. So now, obviously, your aim is to get her to inherit the Empire of England.
If only I can persuade enough people to snuff out my sons.
How many sons do you have?
I think I have a couple. Or 2 sons.
Oh, right. You've got a Beortrina and a
I've got Kyrinos, who is quite hopeless. Beortrina, who is not completely hopeless, but oh my god, his diplomacy. And her, who's actually probably... Who is by far the best of the 3. But unfortunately is in a regular marriage because I think I betrothed her a squillion years ago when she was like 9,000th in the line of succession, and it was my...
I think you need to get better at work. Possibly pay slightly more attention to... So, yes, you probably want to pay some attention to the... Though she was, even then, she was still the third daughter of your second son at the point when you got her betrothed.
Yes.
Or rather, the first daughter of someone with 2 sons, who was your second son.
Yes. So
she was a fair distance down, even then. Oh well.
Yes.
Try to get a matrilineal marriage to her son.
That's certainly a possibility. Right, so I've got 1 army left. Let's just check that. Let's go and find an organiser to put in there. I'm sure I had one kicking around somewhere. Oh, I've lost all my organisers in a freak accident. Oh well. People are currently leaving the defensive pact, which is nice. Which will probably be just in time for me to go to war. I mean, my levies have a long way to go to recover.
Yes.
But I might still be able to go after.
If you manage, if some of the Irish duchies drop out, then they will be.
Well, for Irish duchies, I could possibly take on a couple at once.
Yes. But they're going to be in an enormous defensive pact, or they're going to be completely independent, or they're not going to be in a pact. So. Yeah, you're not going to. They're not going to be any intermediate situation. But yes, if there are lots of them out of the defensive pact, you can probably safely declare war on most of them simultaneously.
Yes.
About half of them.
Well, some of them anyway. Provided I've got claims on enough of them.
Yeah. Well, you should have. You might well have.
I might. I think jihad for Arabia. The great Shia Caliph Abanub has decided to call a jihad against the Kafirs in the Kingdom of Arabia. He urges all righteous Shia Muslims to take up arms against the depraved Kaiser Lothar of the Holy Roman Empire for the glory of Islam. Allah is merciful. What terrible news. Okay. Right. Anyway, I think the great plan is to get my armies home. And...
So does that mean that there is now a jihad going on, or does that mean that there'll be a jihad going on in 2 years' time?
I think that's a jihad in 2 years' time. Dismiss. Oh, good lord. Right, so how are my levies? A little bit under whatnot. So let's go into the good old defensive pact view. Click on England to zoom out a bit.
So dark grey is what we're looking for. There's not a lot of that.
There isn't there?
So
do I still have a non-aggression pact with Norway? Because I think I have some good claims on Norway. No, I do have an alliance with the King of Georgia, which I will just check up on.
They're certainly not soft, Norway. So
They're
what
not
claims do you have?
soft. What claims do I trivially have on Norway? I've got. I can claim an entire duchy on behalf of one of my vassals. And I've got a de jure claim on thingy.
How big you got for that?
Hang on.
Admittedly, given that they're a kingdom,
It's a couple of counties in the middle of nowhere. Let's just briefly check that there aren't any good claimants sitting around just waiting for their opportunity to.
Since he's already at your court, you would
Yeah.
you would be able to press that
Claim if I
keep
could.
it so
Yes.
I think there are no good claims on the whole of Norway, and that duchy is fairly tiny. Aquitaine? I mean, these days, of course, your empire is so huge that everywhere's next to you. So
It's true. So Aquitaine has that and an alliance with the Knights Grand Templar, which doesn't seem to be restricted. Oh, basically he gets that retinue thing. So, and that's cultural bond, so he might not turn up anyway. Do we have any good claims? So we can claim Bourbon, which is extensive. Poitou, which is a similar number of counties, but also not. Lots of claims on Périgord and I've got a claim on Toulouse, which is quite a large chunk there. I would have to land the relevant person.
I presume you've got one spare. Barry, as usual, yes.
I do, and I think I've got another one in the works because he's quite young. I don't have what's I going to do. I want to click on that because I wanted to click on claimants. So he's only got a weak claim. So I can't go after the entire kingdom, but Aquitaine is a definite possibility. So, the Holy Roman Empire.
There'll presumably be a penalty for declaring war against him if that. Okay. So they're merely preparing a jihad, it hasn't actually started.
Yeah.
Because once he's at war, once the jihad starts, since he's target,
yes,
there'll be a penalty for.
Yeah, but it's like 100 piety or something. So the only thing I've got so far that's more than a duchy is more than a county is for someone who's an unlanded woman. I have 8 million little claims for counties. Unlanded woman. Bunch of de jure claims. Fair, boring. Also, they're a bit scary at the moment. Byzantine Empire. Currently not that scary. Yes. Right, let's try and find anything that's not for an unlanded woman. Right, so we have Dyrrhachion, which is like one county, but it's technically a duchy.
And it's a slightly convenient one because it gets you a seaport on the Adriatic.
It is a slightly convenient one, but only slightly. Meh. Here's my current thought on that. Let's just go and have a look at Croatia. And they're in a pact with Poland, but that's pretty similar. Right, don't currently have a casus belli. Right, what about Poland? Okay, that's not
That means they'll somehow manage to end up hugely in debt. Which you really shouldn't be able to do, but...
So, county, duchy for unlanded women. God damn it. Duchy for an unlanded man, which is a reasonably sizable chunk of Poland. My inclination, my current top thing is, I think, claiming Silesia.
I think I slightly prefer the Aquitanian claim.
Before I commit to any of that,
I would be inclined to explore Ireland.
I'm going to explore Ireland.
To see. There you might well be able to take quite a lot of territory. Okay, that's apparently part of
Aquitaine. Yes. Which is somewhat bizarre. Right, so, Dar on Westmeath. I don't have a casus belli against here. The petty king of Connacht. I don't have a casus belli against you. Do I have a casus belli against anyone?
I bet you can find claimants for most of them, though.
It's true, but I don't have enough things to give away.
Yeah, that's true. Then not one.
I do have a...
No,
that's not a useful one.
Well, I mean, it might be depending on who inherits.
Right, so I can claim against
Tyrone.
Tyrone. Let's just, in fact, check that Tyrone is currently fecal weeble. Fecal weeble enough. So let's see if I can find a claimant to the petty kingdom of Connacht, because then I can go after Tyrone and Connacht in the same war, which I think would work. No.
The southern bit that's currently part of Aquitaine, can you find a claimant to that? So down one level, look for a claimant to the duchy. Yes.
No. Right, well, let's contemplate going to war. Let's just double check. So they've got that. They've got some money, but mysteriously I am absolutely rolling in cash right now. Send it back to run view. Right, so let's declare war on the King of Aquitaine for... So Bourbon is interesting, but is very weirdly distributed.
Yeah, I like the very southern one.
Toulouse, I think.
You need to land the claimant.
Yes, I do need to land the claimant. Raymond Carling. He's... Good lord, I've got a Carling kicking around. Barony of Norwich. Declare war on Aquitaine.
So, is it worth taking on that Irish thing, the little Irish holding as well?
So what, I declare war, and go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, you are about to lose. Send. Just to check that Tyrone doesn't have anything going for at the moment. Our holding Tyrone is under siege. Apparently we have a holding there, right. So let's zoom in a bit. Let's do the traditional thing of... Right, so...
So you need like 3,000 or 4,000 to take Tyrone.
I think that's a good enough start. Right. And so that's raised me Wales and Scotland. So, right, that's the region we're going for over here. So, over here, I want to raise Brittany. I'll raise Carthagena down there. Denmark. No, sorry, that's papacy. That's mine. That's mine. Of course, I raised them up there. Okay. Middlesex. Yep. I want to select the goddamn county. Right, I think that it's vitally important for future monarchs to try and make sure that seat is in somewhere that's got like, and then let's send that fleet to Bordeaux. You not get weaving to there.
Who's all those lovely trade posts along the channel coast?
I don't know, hang on.
Not yours.
So that's Pisa. That's Cumbria. Genoa. No one's
Uncontrolled because it's got 3 different people's
trade posts in it. Appiano. Hang on, I'm just going to zoom out a bit. So, Cumbria's got a lock round there. Pisa's made it out to Iceland. Fair.
So I think if we wanted to improve the size, not that this is particularly relevant, but if we wanted to improve the size of your trade zones, probably an embargo war against Pisa
Would help things a bit. Let's switch back to realm view. Right, so that's all relatively under control. Right, let's turn time down. Let's watch everyone join a defensive pact. So you've arrived there. Let's glue you together. Who have we got? We've got Thingy. Okay, let's actually swap you round. Basically my plan here is to put good people in, go in quick, take it quick,
Yeah.
and then
In
ship
particular,
them
because
off.
your commanders, your armies elsewhere will take a while to organise.
Yes.
So you may as well use your commanders somewhere where they're actually going to be fighting soon.
Is there a Scottish revolt? Yes, there is. Right, let's. Oh, have I raised Scottish revolt troops?
Try clicking on the Scottish Revolt shield, because that will definitely get you part of their territory. No, you don't. Annoyingly, of course, their territory's landlocked, but
I'm slightly worried about that 4,000 army, but only slightly.
well, you've got the ship coming in to Bordeaux as well as your army walking in. So the only slight danger is if they manage to intercept the army coming over the Pyrenees
Yes.
too soon. So that's clearly a sensible route. I mean, actually, of course, yes, even those two together are still a bit small.
Oh, Hungarian Holy War for Lesser Poland. Let's stick you on a boat.
Alright, sending them to Bordeaux as well.
I am sending them to Bordeaux. This is precisely my cunning plan. Note its fantastic simplicity. Oh look, people are drawing the defensive pact against me. That never happens. Right, so that's going to happen there. Right. Okay. English army have arrived in Dijon. And I've got 6,000 there. Okay, that's fine. I will just do the planned thing. How goes our fight? Less well than I might hope. I mean, they do have a defensive advantage. Look, you've got basically no commanders. How can you stand up against our kick-ass tactics? Apparently kicking asses is not a viable tactic in this battle. Okay, that's starting to look a bit healthier. English army has arrived in Dijon. Jolly good. Right, that's starting to look like a reasonable thing. I'm going to send you back up to that sea area, so it will be handily available on the coast shortly. Well, fairly shortly. I need to besiege some places as well. Right, okay. I think you are suitably large. Beowulf, one kettle, and you. I think we march you over there. Joining the defensive pact. Yeah, as soon as other things get there, I'm going to be sending them in after.
Yes, I was just going to say that 7269 is a bit on the small side.
It is now, but I'm in a position where that's going to go okay. So how are we doing there? Doof, doof, doof. Can we swap you guys out? Do we have a siege leader? Ha ha ha, lol, no. Right, let's put the
Three worst commanders.
three worst commanders in.
That you may have the wrong army selected. I don't know.
Yeah, you're quite right, because it always does that and I hate it. Right, let's put our three worst commanders in there. Right, and I hope that they can get some experience. And hopefully they'll become siege leaders. Right, you lot get that lot. Actually, let's just, no questions, just put in my 3 best. Right. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's select you lot. Glue.
I wonder if the thing you actually need to rubber band around is the flag rather than.
Possibly. Right, let's. There we go. Now let's zoom out a couple of steps. Right. Off you go with everyone else. Right. Let's get back to realm view, god damn it. Right. You lot we glue together and wait for the Teutonic Order. In an effort to defend Poland against pagan attacks, King Yaxo III has granted the Teutonic Order the fortress of Raval. This county has never been fully settled, and many of the population is still heathens. This noble gesture could help protect the endangered frontier of Poland, as well as further the holy war against pagans. The infidels should tremble. Okay, got an English army in Bordeaux, and another English army in Dijon. No, actually, let's cancel that. Let's sit you down there and match you up with that lot. Oh, look, even everyone else is joining the defensive pact against me. There's this brief period where I could go to war with almost anyone, and let's just nip up there and check that nothing terrible is happening.
Are you building a new castle somewhere?
Oh, that's a good point. Right, spare castle in progress. Right, brilliant. There you are. Glue you lot together. Send you on a nice friendly trip. There. 1, 2, 3, and we get cattle and. Okay, let's watch out for what they're doing. Oh, we're besieging somewhere soft. Ha ha ha, lol, no. Glue together, send you over there. Right, off we go. Oh, there's a little Aquitanian army over there. Bless. Right.
I'm not sure you want that battle to happen. You have a distinct numerical disadvantage.
I do. Right,
I've been trying to hold off until the 4,000 gets to you. It won't be long, but.
Yeah. And let's put you into a parking lot there. Right. Oh dear, something has happened to my Mysticos. You're just about good enough. Dangerous factions. Independence. Right. So you have all there. Nope. Stick it together. Realm view. Right, now I'm going to march in. And you get to go straight in So right, we've got 35% war score against Tyrone. Good. That was from our battle. Right, okay. There we have a battle. How goes the battle? Okay. Teutonic Order have got another castle. Lucky them.
I've moved in.
Currently, touch wood, it's quiet. Right, I now have 17,000 troops in Aurillac. I still have 17,000 troops in Aurillac. So defensive pact, defensive pact, defensive pact. People converting. Defensive pact, defensive pact. Right, that got us 40% of war score. So they've got an army of 4,000. I have a cunning plan, which is I glue that lot together and then I split it in half. Each of those is then well capable of taking on what's left of the army, and I can send them off in different directions and then kind of work round until it's sensible. Right, I can get rid of those galleys, I think, and we can unpause. They're besieging my place, but I'm going to be besieging this faster, and I can always go and give them another kicking if it's actually required. Right, betrothed can marry. Propose that they get married. Let's just do a round. Let's check if all my minor titles are out. So I don't currently have a master of the horse. Right, so do that. Try and weaning away from the independence faction. Right, okay, good. You've arrived there, and let's just sit there and enjoy it. You've arrived in Toulouse. Ditto. Right, what are you doing in there? I need... Honestly, I don't know why more claimants aren't falling over themselves to join my court, particularly when there are non-aggression pacts, because when there aren't non-aggression pacts, because you know, One of the things that you can practically guarantee is you join my court and I'll press your claim. So that's nearly done. Right, let's tick time a tiny bit faster since everybody loves besieging things so much. Right, I think we sit down and let the siege of Derry just happen. Armenian Holy War for Azerbaijan. Okay.
Well, that one's still going on.
It's fine.
I presume Azerbaijan is currently Muslim and Armenia Christian?
Probably. Right, so we need to just sit there and wait for that to happen. It's my daughter-in-law. No. Lusignan is under siege. Yes, I know. If I can be bothered, I will send someone over to kick it in a bit. Right. So we are besieging Derry. We're on 68% war score. There are no passes. Ooh, while I'm waiting for things to happen, what I shall do is start building a new sort. So gargoyles, possibly catacombs, possibly golden bells. I built golden bells. Torture chamber. Let's build a historical mural. Improve my dynasty.
You may have a problem.
Might I?
I think that's just unlanded your claimant, one of the claimants you're dealing with. I'm not sure, but you might want to check. I think you landed someone in Norwich, and it was Carlin, as I recall.
Yes.
Yeah, actually check them. Yes, check that. Yes. So he needs to get re-landed before the war ends. You are currently building another holding.
Yeah, but right. So I'm building a Northampton, wasn't it? Right.
So I would suggest sending your steward there to improve matters.
I can't send him to oversee construction there.
Oh, because it's not your territory yet.
Yeah. Well.
What a pain.
Yeah.
Right. Well, in that case, I think you really have to prolong that war long enough, or like gratuitously revoke something. But
yes. Sorry, I'm being buzzed by a flappy thing. Anyway, so that's 30th of October, so I've got another year and a bit to run, and we will see. Problem is we won such a decisive military victory.
Well, I mean, you are allowed to refuse offers of surrender.
It's true. Let's. I'm just checking that she's still landed. Well, I mean, shall I? Oh, I've got infinite money. Let's create the damn duchy. I mean, in desperation, I can, of course, always revoke, say, something from...
You can just take... ultimately, you can take Norwich back.
Yes.
And say, stop it.
Yes.
But, like, probably better to do something else if you can.
Yes. Let's bring you lot into port. I remember. Oh, well, what a shame. I mean, I would be devastated if my son were to, you know, snuff it in some unexpected way. It started raining again. I wonder if the sky has started. Well, at some point I should go and see if I can ransom any prisoners. Right. Arrange marriage. Okay. Whatever. So we're besieging Derry, and then we want to besiege the city of Coleraine.
No, you don't even need to wait for that.
I don't even need to do that. I can release the peace otter. Right, well, I can shove you on a ship, and actually I could just dismiss all of you, couldn't I? Because I don't want to run this war quickly.
Just deliberately run the war fairly slowly. Don't annoy your vassals too much.
Except the ones I've already pissed off. Look, everyone's joining the defensive pact against me.
So you could disband one of the two armies you've got in Africa.
I could. The problem is it's such a bloody pain to put it back together again.
Maybe better to essentially get yourself up to the point where you're like...
English Hurley more for Armeniacon. Okay. Right, whatever. Right. Yes. And I think my plan is to revoke Norwich if things go wrong. If this war does not last another year, which is quite possible it won't.
You may then end up at war with East Anglia.
Well, if you will go around.
Yes, you can of course turn all of your commanders down. Get the feeblest commanders and get them more practice.
I have very many very feeble ones. Well, let's...
That's not a feeble commander, that's no commander.
Yeah, well, I don't have very many feeble commanders. You know, I did just send them all to the Holy Land for practice.
You did have one that was like 13 or something, Marshall, who surely should be...
It's true.
Work on things.
When? So I've got to last another year, basically. It's not looking very likely. Well, them winning that will probably... Yeah, that's knocked my score down a little bit, but not that much. Oh, they're trying to besiege like a trade post or something over there. I could do is maybe dismiss this army at the end of this siege. I think I'll do that. Because that army is well big enough to cope. Okay. You're the right army.
No.
Cancel. March over border. This is the advantage of, like, you know, having stuff everywhere now. Oh, since I'm... let's see if there's any... There's inflation. It's getting more and more expensive to build things. %.
You can move the other army.
I can move the other army. Let's move the other army. So the question is, do I crack and revoke Norwich or something?
Oh, I mean, I don't see that there's a lot of benefit in finishing this war particularly early.
Yeah.
Like, unless people suddenly start leaving the defensive pact against you, or you can find a useful... I mean, but even if you can find a useful claim against the Holy Roman Empire, you start the war against the Holy Roman Revolt, rather.
Yeah.
You start the Holy Roman... You dismiss all your troops, start the war against the Holy Roman Revolt, and carry on with that war while leaving the other one sitting at about 100%.
Yeah. I don't think I've got anything good against them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that was just like... since they're there...
Yes.
They may be worth, since they exist, they may be worth investigating. No, you do have a casus belli.
Yeah, it does look like
Don't know what it is. You can't tell what it is without dismissing your existing levies.
So...
I fear that the Aquitanian army may have actually come over to say hello to you.
It's true.
Well, you've only got like 6 months to keep this going now.
Yeah. So what I can just do is let them besiege some stuff back temporarily, and then eventually go and kick them.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe finish off this county, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
They are reinforcing where they are actually, so it may be worth doing a quick keeping to keep their numbers down.
Yeah, after I've won. The problem is, if I win a sufficiently big battle...
Well, fine, you just don't accept their surrender.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't think a war can ever end without both sides agreeing that it ends.
Oh well, I've got reasonable commanders and a duffer that, may or may not survive.
Might help Duffer.
It's true. If not, Duffer will manage to... So we're now having a battle. How goes the battle? They have a defensive advantage, but they really don't have any commanders to speak of. But our right wing has kind of collapsed in a freak accident.
Happily, their right wing got distracted by chasing your left and didn't get involved.
Yes.
Do not be tempted by your 100% war score.
I will not be tempted by my 100% war score.
Only 3 months.
It's only 3 months.
4 months,
Twitch. This is so different to everything we've ever done. Must. So... Not Norwich, it's there. 30th of October. French War for somewhere.
the Holy Roman Revolt has gained independence.
Oh, that's exciting.
I think you may have taken Azerbaijan.
I think I might have created Azerbaijan. Well,
I suspect that Armenia can create that if you don't want to.
yeah, but I'm not short of cash at the moment. So I've got 3 duchies, which is probably at least one too many. Desires the Duchy of Trebizond. Well, okay. Right, there we go. That's sorted you out, at least temporarily. At least, becoming Duke of Azerbaijan actually makes sense with, like, my culture and so on. That's not actually completely unreasonable as such. Of course, they've probably joined the Defensive Pact now that they've achieved independence. I should look in on how my dangerous faction is sitting at about 85%. Fair enough. Whatever. Why are you so miserable? You want the Duchy of Anjou.
You want control of it, which means that it's a vassal transfer.
A vassal transfer.
Probably reasonable.
I don't see any reason not to. Just to transfer vassalage. Damn it. Right, let's go recruit backstabbers. Search all. Let's invite you to court. Yes. Ward. I've got a holding under siege. How exciting. We could probably go and kick them again.
You've got relatively few people there at the moment.
That's true, I haven't I?
I think you should try not to get into any more fights.
I should.
Because that would just be embarrassing to lose war score 14 days before.
It's true.
Finishing it properly. I'm impressed by how accurately their construction hits their schedules. Like, this is not how building works these days. Make sure you've given the person.
I'm.
Oh yes, that's the best way to find the
find the right person. Right. You've got the Barony of Peterborough. Right.
I would wait until he actually looks like the Baron of Peterborough.
Right. He is now the Baron of Peterborough. Right. You are definitely Baron of Peterborough. Let's offer peace. Enforce demands. Right. And we can dismiss that lot. Ooh. Right, well obviously we want to usurp the Kingdom of Aquitaine. And then give that out as a...
do not unpause. Because you may be in a position to declare war on lots of people who haven't yet managed to join the Defensive Pact because you've just shattered their kingdom.
I should probably also usurp the Duchy of Auvergne.
Which may break them up further.
Which may give me new de jure claims. So, right. Let's go and appoint a... let's make you my Viceroy.
No.
What?
Don't appoint a Viceroy yet, because while you are the king, you have all the kingdom de jure claims available to you.
Good point, well stated.
Once you are not king, you only have duchy level de jure claims. So at the moment you probably have a de jure claim against every one of those counties.
Well.
So you could go, right, I'm declaring war on 5 different people.
Yeah, well, let's see. I've got 32,000 putative troops right now. Let's go see. So, Petty King of Poitou, right? I obviously want Poitou.
Yes, you probably only have. Oh, there you have a claim on the entire duchy.
Right. So let's just check. You are right. So you've got right. You right. Okay. Let's declare war on you to claim Poitou.
That's what's left of
Aquitaine.
So you may have a truce with them.
Doesn't look like it because he looks like he's 12.
Yeah, yes, I don't remember the King of Aquitaine being 12.
No,
so,
me neither.
You are in
A
a
non-aggression pact with him.
Yes, he does appear to be betrothed
to my niece. Okay, right, fair enough. Well, that's fine. So I think most of everywhere else is like, so Bourbon. Right, we can declare. Hang on, let's just check. Right, so we're on about 2,000.
Have you got is that a? Oh right, Bourbon is largish, so you probably want to claim the.
I want to claim the duchy. I mean, admittedly, this is all going to be on his behalf because it's all like. So that's Poitou. That's Bourbon. Also Poitou. That's Bourbon. So then there's Rouergue, which is actually the scariest of them all. So. But.
Alright, so he was the king.
He was the king, which is why he's got so many troops. And then there's Auvergne, which
which will actually get you the county.
Yep, which will be useful because then I'll have a spare thing. Right.
So,
Send.
So, and Dauphiné and Provence we expect have joined the defensive pact.
And Dauphiné is not part of the defensive pact. But
how scary are they?
Not very. But we will be doing 3 wars at once, which would be a bit exciting. 4 wars at once, which would be quite exciting. And that's for one county, so that's a possibility. Let's not rule it that they're part of the defensive pact. So Dauphiné. And that would then get me that county. I think that's reasonable.
Right, okay. 4 simultaneous wars in France. I'm sure this will go fine.
Yeah, I did just lose 100 piety for that. Right, so control click to think about. Right, so where do I want to raise my troops? Well, certainly I want to raise some in Dijon.
Some of those embarrassments, but still.
That's more like it. Do I need any more than that? That's the question. Right, you lot.
If you're lucky, they'll all be disorganised, and you'll thus be able to deal with one county at a time.
I'm going to put in like the B team and march them straight into Poitou. I'm going to put the A team on and march straight into that bit of Dauphiné. You lot are going to collect together over there and probably then send to Dauphiné.
I wonder if it's worth raising some armies to the south in Aquitaine and Castile.
I think I've raised most of those.
Oh, right. Those come out.
Okay, there's that lot. So who am I at war with? So we can, I think, take you into Bourbon. He's at least not completely incompetent.
So I think Aquitaine might also be able to throw troops. I'm not sure.
Yeah, what I'm planning to do though is raise my personal levies there. Right, see you in a bit. And stick your thing. Let's control click. So I think Aquitaine is like all now part of the Kingdom of France.
No, it's an independent kingdom. I think it's just a very slightly different shade of blue.
Yeah, but I'm not at war with it.
No, that. Oh, sorry. When I say Aquitaine, I mean Toulouse. I'm an idiot. You are the king of Aquitaine. Obviously, you
Yes.
can't raise Aquitainian troops. I mean the Toulouse troops, the Duchy of Toulouse.
Toulouse, yes.
Sorry, that
Right.
was moving in a complete state because, of course, Aquitaine, you haven't yet granted that kingdom to anyone because you're taking advantage of it to
Yes, indeed.
have
Right.
zillions of de jure claims.
Right, you lot. I get to come over here and to be slightly seasick.
Right, now we see what your enemies are going to do about this entertaining situation.
Yes. Well, some of them are having a war with France. It is possible that France have gone to war with some
We've
of
also
these.
gone, we've got lots of people we can
Yes.
get claims against.
And someone's gone to besiege one of our territories, that's fine. Okay, you're quite large. So let's turn time down a bit. Let's go, what the hell has happened to my court chaplain? Right, you get to go in there. On the other hand, let's put you in charge so it's not completely hopeless. Right. Court chaplain, you say? Right, well, there's lots of monophysets there. Isn't that fun? So you are there and are besieging away. Brilliant. Okay. So, good, we now have defensive advantage there. And we now have a reasonably sizable army in there. Excellent. That's just what we wanted. Good lord, right. You are distant relation. Let's arrange a betrothal for you. Let's betroth you to the Duchess of Moray. I think that works. Try and keep Scotland a tiny bit happier. You appear to have great skill in diplomacy, so let's try and find you. Yeah. Let's cheer up Queen of Castile. I don't think
You're not
that's...
a close enough relative to actually cheer her up, for her to be honoured by your...
No, but
sending her
we'll do our best with them. Right, so you're sitting there. So you, I think, are also trying to do something with...
that coat of arms looks like it's the rightmost one of the ones you're at war with.
Oh yeah, okay. Right, well I have this plan which is to glue that lot together, march them into Forez, and then I've got an army there that's suitably large. Okay, right. Glue. Stoke you into Forez. Where are you going? You're not currently going to attack me.
Actually, I think once you've got that army together, you should march it south to deal with the siege, the one siege against you that's ongoing.
Well, I might wait for this siege to complete, because otherwise it's just wasted time. There you are, glue you lot together. Right, you are now a reasonably sized army. Okay, so you're besieging that down south. So I think my trick here is get that war score ticking there, march down, take on them. And I think my trick here is when that holding's besieged, try and go and kick them in 2R. When I've got one holding besieged there, go and kick them in wherever that is, Aquitaine somewhere. I will keep time ticking quite slowly though, because states.
One of your enemies doesn't have you attacking them at all yet.
It's true. I can't even.
You've only got 3 sieges ongoing, and you were in 4 wars.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've got a lot going on. I don't like the look of the independence faction at all. Might have to do a bit of advanced vassal fettling, right, pause. So that's given us 10% more score. Let's march that lot over there. So where are they going? They're going to Retz, which is over there. So can we... Yes. I don't know. That's how exciting it is. So that got us 13% more score there. Right, off you go over there. Okay. Good. I'll watch this battle a bit more closely on the grounds that it's possibly a little bit closer fought than the others. Right, so that's given us 50% more score up there. Let's go into 2R and besiege some of it. How go this fight? So sad we have a victory. Okay, where are you going? You're going to Saint-Ange. Yeah, you're going into Saint-Ange.
But as soon as you cancel your moves, they'll cancel them.
It's fine, I have a plan. Right, so we won that battle. Let's go and take that army over there. That army is still in good nick. Good. Right. Reasonable nick. Let's unpause so that people can actually get somewhere. Yes, what I'll then do is I'll take that 5,000 army. Okay, right, let's leave you behind there. You can get back to besieging. over here is going. Ah, right, their centre is about to explode. Good. So, how goes this battle? Right, promising start. Let's zip over and see how that battle's doing. Right, okay, that's them falling apart. Let's go back and check that nothing terrible is happening here. Right, so they're coming back, so I'm going to need to nip back up straight away. Right, as soon as I've won that battle. Right, you get back in Saintonge and get besieging things. I think that's quite straightforward. That's taking me up to 57% in that one. Right, that battle looks like it's fairly shortly going to complete. Yes. It's taking me up to 48%, so you lot get back over there. Did I get a big enough battle with them? Yes, I did. Right, fine.
I think most of your battles here are going to be. I think the war score you get for a battle is sized based on, at least when you win one, what proportion of the enemy's armies you fought.
Yeah. So I've just inherited Lotharingia. So
when the war ends, you should.
When the war ends, I should grant that, and also grant Frank the other kingdom I've got kicking around, and also go. Oh dear, something's happened to one of my commanders. Do I have? You're acceptable. Let's actually stick you on an army in the hope that you will become better. Over there. You're marching over there.
So what does the title loss on succession notification currently say? Second from the left, or so yes, currently you would lose Lotharingia, Aquitaine,
and one of the duchies. That's fine, but you know, currently I have like duchies spare.
Are you building another holding? Yes, I think you are.
I can start building another holding.
Well, I mean, as long as you've got one.
I'm 56, I shouldn't be building any more spare holdings until I've used up the last one.
Yes. If you're already building one.
I'm building at least one, if not two. Look, stop. Oh dear thee. Okay, we won the English Holy War for wherever the hell it was. We can also create the Duchy of Manicon, but I'm pretty sure that our guy in England can do that as well, so let's do that. Oh, someone's trying to besiege my capital. Bless. How's my dangerous faction doing? Okay, I think Lotharingia was involved, so holding the viceroyalty for a bit won't be a big problem.
There he goes.
There he goes, yes. Super. Right, now let's not assault you, that is a bit scary. That's going to be done soon anyway, and you're a bit scary. Yeah, I think at this point we can tick the time a little bit faster, because right, let's improve my stewardship by gardening. Uh, 75% more score.
the other castle is not owned by Bourbon.
Indeed. Holding in Toulouse is under siege, thank you. Good lord, someone's left the defensive pact against me. Someone has joined the defensive pact, thus balance is restored in the universe. I mean, it could be argued that the Crusades are one of the reasons that, you know, England as a power in the High Middle Ages massively declined, because we absolutely bankrupted the country. Oh look, I gained 2 stewardship by digging. You know, particularly when, you know, with Richard to ransom him when he was kidnapped by, I think it was the Holy Roman Emperor, for annoying him. And this was because he'd gone off on crusade and was busy pissing people off right, left and centre. Right, okay, right, we're besieging lots of places, but we haven't got to 100% war score yet. Yes, well, I mean, you can try besieging bits of my country, but I will just point out that, you know, I can besiege things faster than you can. Yeah. Not 85% in Bourbon. But there's 2 more counties of Bourbon.
Oh, so there are, yes. So.
Bourbon is one of the larger ones. Oh dear. No. Invite to plot. We would like to kill.
No.
No. I mean, look, you might stand a chance if all of you banded together against me. But you're not going to do that. Oh, we've got a new doge. Elective succession in Aquitaine faction has gone. Alright, we're up to 91% war score in Bourbon. So you are one of my kinswomen. Okay, we've betrothed you. Right, we need to find you a... Right, let's cheer up the Mayor of Fulham. Turn her into a little Norman.
Your Bourbon army is bored and is
So it is. There we go. Let's move it on to the next thing. Squawk. We're taking over more of France, having taken over some of France already.
No. Essentially, England managed to reach the point of controlling so much of France that they could usurp the crown of France, which meant that France suddenly split into a large number of independent duchies.
Technically, it was the Kingdom of Aquitaine, but yeah.
Sorry, the Kingdom of Aquitaine, we already owned France. Which, conveniently, of course, couldn't immediately join the defensive pact against England, so England declared war on all of them simultaneously.
Except for the one that's ruled by the previous King of Aquitaine, with whom I have a truce currently.
Yes, yes, please.
Yes, tea. Well, fake tea. Hey, I lost like 2% of war score. Okay, because she's still controlling.
You're getting they're now getting the ticking war score from you're not having finished the war yet.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Right. So you're bored. Let's send you over there. You are at 94% war score.
So going and giving that army another kick is the problem.
Yeah, that is my current plan. And I think there I should have ticking war score now, because... Okay, I don't have unticking war score. Let's besiege Châtellerault. How goes the battle? The battle is currently going fine. 100% war score. Release the peace altar. Right, we've got that thing. Right, you now get over there so I can actually besiege the thing that needs besieging. So what are we besieging there? You are a sit down and wait job. You're close to not being a sit down and wait job, but we are also quite close to controlling you. French Holy War for Erid has ended.
France has expanded further into probably North Africa. Maybe.
I think it's gone a bit further down the coast, but honestly I can't tell. You've arrived there. Right, that's a sit down and wait job. Oh look, everyone's joining the defensive pact. Right, 100% war score with Poitou. Release the peace altar. Right. Let's send you in. Well, let's send you into that bit of Bourbon. Let's dismiss that fleet, I really don't need it.
Castilian and Aragonian excommunication war.
Okay, right, well.
Yes. One thing that an
Good luck.
excommunication war is useful for, I think, is if the heir to a kingdom looks like being female or a child.
Yes,
or
then you can.
incapable, then you can thus.
Yes, provided of course they're not part of the defensive
Yeah,
pact.
and this is not very helpful for you.
No, I. Right, so. Right. French Aragonian excommunication war. Okay, you've joined in with that. Oh dear.
100%.
War score. Oh good lord, right, we've dragged a whole bunch of people out of their hole. Yes, after this I should go on a round of vassal up cheering, like transferring them some duchies and so on. Generally, right. So, right, we have what? Bourbon. So Saintonge has remained independent for some reason.
Your fromages.
I'm not quite sure why Saintonge has remained independent. Of course, I can't declare war right now. In any case, I've got a treaty with her. Right, so. Well. Let's just march everyone into. No, not zoom out, I want to zoom in.
Good morning, Claire.
You get to go over there and maybe kick whoever that is. I've completely forgotten.
Well, it's the people you've still got to beat up.
The Count of Auvergne. Yeah. Right, so we now have glue. A nice big... No, I'm still trying to glue you two together. A nice big army there. Oh, that's big enough, I'll assault that.
That's an amazing train. How very silly.
Supply limit's 19,000. That's okay. Something's happened to one of my commanders. Right. You're slightly less good, but you've got heavy infantry, so let's put you in. Right. Glue. This should go fairly quickly. Because we've got a lot of troops. And the Auvergnian army is busy running away in shattered retreat and will take a little while to get back to anything that's my territory, although given that I've got territory all over the place, this is getting increasingly difficult. Oh look, we've won another siege and we have 100% war score. Release the peace otter. Right. There we go. Right, now I just have to deal with the independence faction. So what have we got? We've got...
So I would quickly check. So is that the newly independent county there actually have a truce with you?
Well, she's in the defensive pact.
Oh, she's doing the defensive pact.
Yes.
Right.
And in any case, I'm pretty sure she had a truce with me. So currently, the Holy Roman Empire is not part of the defensive pact. I suspect that's because right now the Holy Roman Empire is kind of hardcore.
Oh right, yes, the bit of Holy Roman Empire. I was wondering what the thing beginning whole in the Middle East was. It was more of the
Holy Roman Empire.
Yes.
So they're quite hardcore at the moment. I am a bit weak at the moment, and I have a faction problem. Yes, so I think what I need to do at the moment is thus to... I mean, I can... let's just zoom out again. My territory over here is slowly expanding. We can always hope that terrible things will happen to my two sons. And then I can join the Kingdom of Anatolia and to the Empire. So, things that we need to do are make someone a viceroy. Probably you, because you like me a lot. Right, let's make you viceroy of Aquitaine.
Oh yes.
No, that's all his duchies. And I've got Kingdom of Franconia.
So
can we remember where Franconia is?
So I think the point is it isn't. I mean, it doesn't actually have any de jure vassals. So no one wants the Kingdom of Franconia off you, I don't think. But there will be people who want the
Kingdom of Lithuania. Right, you want Lithuania and you're very broadly in favour of me. You get Lithuania.
Yes. The reason for granting Franconia out as a viceroyalty is so that you don't permanently lose control of it on inheritance.
Indeed.
Since it's titular, you're probably... Well, actually there is something you might usefully do.
Mm.
So you might deliberately reduce your number of vassals a bit by using the Kingdom of Franconia as a title that you give to someone to cover a lot of your odd scattered counties and
so like this is a weird duchy.
so
I can make him
3 duchies up there, yeah.
so I can make him
King of Franconia and then reassign the 2 nearby patches under him.
Grant Viceroyalty, Kingdom of Franconia. Yeah. So then I can say do transfer vassalage.
Maybe slightly, yes, it may be slightly tricky to find. I would actually switch, if you switch to the sub-realm view of the map, then you'll be able to see the names of the sub-realms. There's even the Duchy of Franconia, which does exist. So you could put Gera and Franconia, the duchy, under him.
So, yeah. So, Galera.
And that then rather reduces the number of vassals you have to
keep happy, yes.
happy.
Right, so that's probably... So how we go?
And indeed, one sneaky thing you could do is transfer particularly fractious vassals under him.
It's true. So
If they are sufficiently Junior.
I'm currently
And the
holding
nice
too
thing
many
is, of course,
duchies.
that all of those arrangements will
That's
fall
right.
apart when he dies, so you can then do them again differently next time. So that's useful.
So someone probably desires the Duchy of Auvergne.
Yes, yes. I would look at the counter to the King of Toulouse, Aquitaine.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes. So he wants it. He will, of course, have to assign it to someone else. No, doesn't he want the duchy?
Yes.
So you want grant-landed title because you're the duchy.
Oh yeah,
you're the
good point. Well made. Right, we no longer have too many held duchies.
Yes, and he now has a plus 300% opinion of you.
Let's just check that we have. No, dismiss them all. Right.
So yes, if there are odd counts and such like that are being particularly annoying, you can stick them under. Well, you can stick them under any of your kings. I would be inclined to stick them under a viceroy so you can get them back.
Yes. So let's just check. We have given out all of our kingdoms as viceroyalties right now, which is what we want. So what we possibly want to do is go and look at our factions. So right now you are being a giant pain. You're Pomordy. I'm inclined to transfer you under Novgorod.
Is Novgorod a? Actually, I'm not sure I care. I think actually give it, even though Novgorod is a kingdom, so you won't get it back. It seems like it's a reasonably sane thing to do anyway.
Right. So that
Well, that will evaporate that.
That's
Faction
evaporated
briefly.
that faction briefly. So now there's him who's the Duke of Transurania. Can transfer that under France or Aquitaine.
I would put it underneath something that's a viceroyalty, so that it comes back again.
So
under
Lotharingia.
Probably. Aquitaine's a viceroyalty as well, of course.
Well, anyway, let's look at vassalage. So it's the Duke of Transurania. Right, so that at
So
least.
now, if you reselect your realm view and then your sub-realms, I presume they will now then show the current sub-realms. Right, that's what better, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Odd bit of Aquitaine and Franconia
Yep.
covers those reasonable bits.
So I bet you're part of the defensive pact. Of course, you're part of the defensive pact. So how are we doing? Levies are recovering a bit, but there's a long way to go. And I've got truces with about 8 million people. Most of them are now my vassals. So. Let's go and check what state my minor titles are in. I've got a lighthouse guardian spare, so let's go and find. Yeah, you're already keeper of the swans. Fine. You're already seneschal. Cupbearer. Master of Horsey. She's High Almoner, and we don't have Swans free.
It's Lighthouse Custodian, a gendered title one.
I don't know, but I'm pretty. Yes,
Called yes, that was not.
it's true. Right, let's cheer you up with an honorary title of Lighthouse Custodian. Right.
So there were some fairly terrible opinions there. Are any of them for good reason?
Right, so, yes. Oops. So, let's just go through and inspect everyone's opinion. You don't like me, you want Cumbria. You currently love me. You want the Duchy of Clem. I could just give you the Duchy of Thingy.
Reasonable. Duchies are not particularly valuable for you to hold in.
Right, that should do some cheering. Just don't like me that much. Raised lots of levies. Raised levies. So, my inclination is to send my Chancellor off to Denmark. Because I don't need to cheer up like some random vassal 1,000 miles away now. And send you off to study technology in Constantinople again. Because I am a bit short of technology. Let's go look at what my technology status is. Can't buy anything good there. I can buy some trade posts. But, nah. I can't buy noble customs. I can get some popular... Right, I can't.
I don't know that it's very used to improve trade practices in Middlesex. You want
No,
trade practices
it's improved in
Cumbria.
Cumbria. Right, so let's go see if there's anything I can build in my nice shiny. I can build... Can I build any universities or anything like that to improve things? So even though those are owned by someone else, I still get the tax, don't I?
You get a proportion of the tax. Yes.
Right.
Or rather, you get as tax a proportion of the income.
But none of those are things that upgrade my tax. So, right, Castletown, on the other hand, does.
Yeah, but you don't get any of the income from the castle unless you adjust the tax rate.
You can upgrade your own damn thing. Harrow. Let's build a thing. Right. So, I think our plan is basically now to sit around until our levies recover and then see if we feel like we're tough enough to go up against the Holy Roman Empire. Provided it's not joined the defensive pact against us in that time, because it looks like I'm going to have 50,000 troops. And I've still got a spare barony to give things up. So, next crusade will undoubtedly be by the time my offspring are on the throne, or possibly even later. English Holy War for Trebizond again. How many times can you go to war over this one bloody place? Do you not... I'm sure you had it as well. Like, somewhere over here, Trebizond is...
Trebizond is on the Black Sea.
That's... See?
I think. So, isn't Trebizond the south coast of the Black Sea? Like that area? And that's where the... is Trebizond that tiny bit that's currently got that bit there?
Not obviously.
No, okay.
Oh well. Oh, my granddaughter has died under suspicious circumstances. How nice. I feel in the longer term we should do something about Poland. Or indeed the papacy. Unfortunately, I think the Pope is probably part of the defensive pact against me.
Yes.
I would quite like to nick Urbino off him again, though. was kind of useful. So
you can build your own magnificent gardens if you want.
it's true, I could, couldn't I? I do have like a lot of. So that's coming on. I've got 2 of its slots filled. So the question is, what? I think we can construct. Of course, it starts getting very expensive. I can build a great harbour. A great amphitheatre, great royal palace.
Yes, amphitheatres have some interesting.
Yeah, they're very expensive. Now go on. I'm going to build a magnificent garden in Menorca. Yeah, well, I've got pots of money, let's use it. Let's build a magnificent amphitheatre. It's probably going to cost like £1 million now. Yeah. Grand amphitheatre in Bologna.
Somewhere that you hope you won't lose.
Well, it's a laugh in it. It's one of the great sort of. And let's see how much it would cost to build a great harbour in the Med. Right.
Well, that's used half your money up.
Yep. Yep.
And
now building all of the improvements now will cost like about £1 million.
Yes, it's generally better to build one great work at a time.
That's true. I'm still in credit, just not very much in credit. Oh dear, right. Pascal is to Normandy. You're my grandson. Oh good, you're slow, right. I don't want to marry you to Croatia, because that would... Assign Guardian, let's just take whoever gets that. There. I'm just going to check that everyone in Ireland has passed the defence pact against me. Oh yeah, so I do. I keep forgetting that. Right, well that's basically only the Holy Roman Empire, and I do not currently a truce with. Right, so I have 52,000 troops right now. I have more troops than the Holy Roman Empire does. Do I have any good claims? I bet I don't. County, 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 county. Holy Roman Empire, which we know doesn't work. County, 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 county de jure claims, and some feeble holdings. Right, well let's go for Bohemia. Kingdom of Bohemia. You have a strong claim on the Kingdom of Bohemia. You do not have a strong claim on the Kingdom of Bohemia. You do not have a strong claim on the Kingdom of Bohemia. Nor do you. Nor do you. So, I could invite Norbert to court and try and go after Bohemia.
Which is certainly one of the larger kingdoms of the...
Yeah.
The empire.
Downside is it will be tricky to... Right, let's invite you to court. I mean, inviting you to court doesn't
Does he have
come...
any children?
Yes.
Excellent.
So let's just check how much cash he's got. Not very much cash either. Brilliant. Right. Let's just check that you don't actually have... Alright, you've only got a non-aggression pact against your spouse. Fine. Right. Doof. Crap. Right. Let's do this the tedious way, which is... On the plus side, Bohemia is quite close in the list. So, right, there's you. You have a strong claim on the thing.
The danger, of course, of granting him the title is that he then can have it taken off him by the neighbours. Whereas if you don't grant him the title, they have to take it off you.
Yes.
So there is actually an advantage
To not landing him yet,
Yes.
but we do before, and this is important,
finishing the war.
before finishing the war. Well, let's give this a go. Claim Bohemia. Send.
Actually, there was a thing I was just realised. You could check whether you can grant him the title. Like, I don't think there's any reason why it would be could be impossible. But yes, you can grant him the Barony of Wallingford.
I can grant him Barony of Wallingford. So, right, I just need to
Situation
zip
is unlikely to change.
into sub-realms to see what I've got here.
Probably
but-
don't raise them on the border.
Well, no.
Raise them generally, it takes
so-
time to see them.
Right, where is... So that's the contested area, so I think I want to raise you lot over there. Don't think I can avoid raising Pannonia except on the border, but what I can do is
A big mob.
raise them there.
Conveniently now, Franconia gives you one army rather than 4.
Lithuania, Denmark. Aquitaine and France. So the French mob is, I think, big enough to march them straight in. Britain, England. Oh, I raised England over there, didn't I? So, I don't think I've raised Castile. No, I haven't quite yet. Also raised some ships. Discover that the ships are inadequate.
You could upgrade the shipyard in that territory and discover that it's inadequate. I think this is only grant.
No, I can't.
Can you upgrade the shipyard in the city or the temple? Does that help? No, though actually you already have as much as you can safely get there.
Right, let's just disband that. That's it. That's what I want. Which is kind of overkill, but it's the best we can do. Right, we have not raised Wales. Let us shove you onto some ships. which I think we embark there.
Not in Toxandria.
Yeah, but this way.
You're not quite so
actually,
close to the Holy
let's.
one back again.
Yes. Then they can't see me at all. Right, you guys, I think should wander over there. So we've raised Wales, we've raised Scotland. Cumbria is probably not currently worth bothering with. In fact, yeah.
You haven't raised
Novgorod
or Armenia.
Where's Armenia? Oh, Armenia's down here, isn't it?
You've just hit a non-coastal province.
Oh, right.
That's which you know from long
Experience is annoyingly uncoastal. Right, anyway, let's march you into the actual coastal province.
You were doing the way.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Let's turn down time. Right. Let's see what we think. Not that one is left. Right, and we don't want to raise. Right. And I think thus we deliberately. Let's sort by total strength. So you're a random county, but let's raise you. I don't know where you are.
Sneeze!
Yeah, let's raise you, because then I'll do a little ferry movement with ships.
I mean, there are actually bits of the Holy Roman Empire over there. If you,
It's true, but I don't think I can get a big enough army there.
it depends a little on whether the Holy Roman Empire can get a big enough army.
That's also true.
The Holy Roman Empire's army is reliable to get over a pretty time.
Yeah, but then, so Republic of Cumbria we're deliberately saving, the London ones we're deliberately saving for if an army gets over there. And we can, of course, raise our honour guard over there and hire some troops. Right, okay.
Don't think you've missed anyone.
I don't think that's a problem. Right, let's unpause and try and see what's happening with the Holy Roman Empire. Good, that's nice. So at this point I'm going to march you up to the border, only to see what's going on. Not quite sure why Bohemia is not being highlighted.
Yeah.
It's quite annoying. Yes. I mean, let's just check, right? Should we
Possibly it is because he's not
landed? Shall we land him?
It'd be embarrassing if the same thing happens as last time, but you can if you want.
It's true. Right, so hang on. Where is Bohemia again?
You could always use a sub-realm.
So right, so actually, right, at this point, let's march you in there. Right, we've got someone halfway reasonable in charge. English fleet. Right, so they've gone to war in Aquitaine. Let's say you lot. Let's, I think, march you over there. Right, so there's a 12,000 strong Holy Roman Empire army over there. What I'm going to do is divert you over that way. And march you over there and see what happens. Okay. fleets arrive there. Shove you on a ship. Embark you over there. You're all doing that's what I expect. Send you to that bit of Bohemia. Let's see out. So there you're heading towards Pecor, which is that bit of Sicily, which is not my problem, despite persistent efforts on behalf of the King of Franconia. I'm going to move you over here, just because that'll annoy the Holy Romans, because they'll think that there's a big army coming. But that will give me the best cross-channel ferry service. You lot, get on ferry. Go over there. Glue you lot together. You are currently adequate. Right, brilliant. Let's keep an eye on that army. Let's try and keep an eye on that army over here. Well, my brother has snuffed it. You are big enough to glue together and send.
Just selected both of those piles.
Let's glue that lot together and send you into that one. Right, so you've arrived at Bruges. You lot get to go to Metz to our assembly point. Right. So my plan here is to start to assemble two big armies in these two adjoining counties, both of which of course are both adjacent to Franconia, so they should stay in supply. Right, let's glue you guys together, hurl you on a ship, send you on a favourite trip to the right county. And then, I've got that army to come along. So, right, I've now lost the Holy Roman Empire army. Good. It's probably somewhere in here, because it's now stopped being next to Pannonia.
So, yes, I think the aim has been to assemble a bunch of armies in adjoining counties that are, as far as possible, larger, close to it under the supply limit, and that between them are larger than anything that might reasonably.
Yes. Or similar enough in size that I can shove the ones in the next county in, and it won't be a problem.
Yes. The point is that you want lots of armies in adjoining counties.
Yes.
Plus, obviously, besieging the one distant county, besiege Bohemia first.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So I'm besieging you.
African Liberation Revolt.
Right, not actually a revolt against you.
No. It's just a bit annoying. So of course, one of the things that could happen is they could turn up in England at any moment. Actually, I'm going to not put you there, I'm going to put you over there, because then I can shovel troops up that way. And of course I can hire mercenaries. I mean, I am currently not short of cash, even though I am building like all of the great works in the universe ever. You are a single army. Let's stick you there, I think.
Incoming. Probably not bad. Maybe move them down.
Yeah, I'm going to move them down. And I'll read that in there.
Right, I think that's
Let's
now
also...
embarrassment for the Holy Roman Empire.
Let's just
The
check.
only slight problem is that obviously the AI will do something stupid with your commanders.
Yep. I mean, the thing is, I don't have any real... Oh, right, they've changed their minds.
In that case, you might want not to do that if you're going to keep the supply limit by doing it.
19,000, I will. So let's...
Put the 2,500 to
Oh, yeah.
use them as well.
I'll put them back where they were. Where are you going? They're going to Passau. Where's Passau?
South, they're running away.
They're running away, okay.
Nice bit of sabre rattling in the direction of the...
Downside is, of course, at some point we do want to battle.
Yes.
But...
Are you still short of organisers?
yeah, I could see if I could recruit one.
Because they really help with actually causing battles to happen. You can type organ into the search box to know so quickly.
So that was the A team. Let's stick the B team together. And let's stick the C team together. Wisdom, Duke of Cumbria, and Adalbert, who is probably prime for firing just as soon as right, let's glue you together. Let's glue you lot together. And let's worry about where the Holy Roman Empire army is going. What I want is radar.
You're quite a lot too early for that.
It's true. Okay, what I want... Alright, let's get you going somewhere. Let's get you going over here. Right, let's find my most incompetent commander. Which I think is you. Ooh, you are Exarch of Franconia. So, do I want to sack you? I can afford the penalty.
I don't think you don't get an actual penalty for the sacking. You really lose the benefit
of the... Right. So, let's put Pan in there because you're the furthest away at the moment. And I can obviously move you around if this is required. So there's a hostile army there. There's a tiny hostile army there, but really 85 people are not going to trouble me. There is a hostile army there, but really what it's doing there I have no idea, except for the fact that it's... And I could of course stick my spy master down somewhere.
If you can find anywhere with an adequate that he's allowed to have a job in.
It's true.
Or it's build spy networks available everywhere.
Probably. Okay, you're over the supply limit. Let's make a new unit. Let's march you in there. Woohoo! We've won a siege. We now have 5% more stoked. Right, you are going all the way over there, I believe. Ooh, which which is going to be a bit exciting. Okay, let's slightly redirect you over to here, which I don't think has such a stringent supply limit. So it'll probably change once I've actually managed to besiege some places. And even though that's a small army, I can stick an organiser in charge and whap them back over there. Okay, I'm going to move you guys to go and sit in that port so I can see a bit more of what's going on in the channel.
I think you get visibility from all your own territory, so I think you can already see everything that's happening in the Straits of Dover.
Oh, good. Right, there's a very small Holy Roman fleet up there. Of course, we have taken away quite a lot of the Holy Roman Empire's coastline in recent years. And we have made that a lot more difficult. Oh, it's still a bit too big. Right, let's take you and march you over there. Let's take you and also march you over there. Bloody winter. I mean, I am prepared to admit that winter in Central Europe is a bit hard. Do I have someone leading that army? No, I don't. Let's... Successful jihad. The jihad for Arabia against the Holy Roman Empire has not gone well. On the minus side, that's probably going to free up his troops. Damn. Right, let's put you on the trek over there. When did we start this war? 1241. So I'm just wondering if we can occupy all of Bohemia and then call it a state. Oh, apparently I can call it a state. State. Ooh, we have won 3 sieges. That's taken us up to 18% war score. Good, everyone is viably occupied somewhere. Just check that there's nowhere that's worth assaulting. That's a little bit marginal. No.
You don't want to lose many troops.
I don't want to lose many troops. I mean, it's just that if there's somewhere that's got like 200 people in and a 1.2 fort setting, then equally it would be daft not to.
Merge those 3 armies.
That's true. Glue. Danish Papal de jure war. Okay, right, fine. If you're
yes, we're taking on the Pope.
Yeah, well, I'm not taking on the Pope. My minions are taking on the Pope. Please.
The Pope's small enough, your minions.
Right, so there is a Holy Roman Empire fleet over there, but I have no idea what they're doing. They're holding in an harbour is under siege. Let's pause. The English Holy War for Trebizond. Something has gone weird, but that's not our problem. That's our minions' problem. We can go and, English Holy War for Trebizond, so they're dealing conclusively. We can go and, maybe consider helping him out later. Right. So you guys, I'm going to bring you in there. So I have maximum choice about where to... Horidian claim on the Iraqian war on the... Okay, right. You do you crazy duke, you.
We found 85 Holy Roman troops.
We found 85 Holy Roman troops, yes. We know that somewhere there's 13,000 of them. Okay, I found... What?
I don't know. That looks like that's your army, which admittedly shouldn't be kicking around there.
It's quite right. Let's send you over there.
Oh right, someone else is besieging it, but the person who's besieging it is not your enemy.
Right. That's very confusing.
They are presumably Castile's enemy.
Well, let's march you over there. Actually, let's march you just to that coastal county. Right. Right, someone else is besieging Castile. Right, that's not my problem. My problem is there's 13,000 Holy Roman Empire troops and I have no idea where they are. They haven't even turned up to, like, besiege Bologna, which is in the Exarchate of Franconia. Whatever.
Well, the Exarchate of Franconia is the miscellaneous people.
It's true. Okay, so you are now unoccupied. Alright. This nice county I have waiting here for you. Actually, no, let's march you into that county. I don't know when. Yeah. Well, they will. Now it's summer. Right. Okay, so you've arrived there. I don't care that you've arrived there yet because the ship hasn't arrived. Someone seeks to kill someone else, someone seeks to kill anyone else, someone has been in prison. At some point I should do a pass through my prisons for people, but not, and this is important, until I've sorted out this war. For it is quite a substantial one. Right, there's 91 Holy Roman Empire troops there. Right, let's go there. Let's shovel you on a ship. Ship shoveling time. There's slightly Holy Roman Empire fleets there. Let's shovel you off to Franconia. That'll be fine. Armenian Holy War for Kurdistan has ended. Armenia won. Okay. Right. Excuse me, I now need to go and shuffle my chaplain around. Okay, so somewhere out here we have more stuff than we had. That's nice. I'm generally in favour of stuff.
And your vassals out there are behaving very like you did as when you were in the eastern fringes of the Holy Roman Empire.
Yes, which is...
I will expand the empire for you.
Yes. Oh look, there's all these little kingdoms around here that don't appear to be doing anything. Right. Okay, that's...
Amusingly, it is not possible to form a... I don't think it's possible to form a defensive pact against a non-independent realm.
Yes.
Which now makes me wonder if you can neatly arrange your empire so that it contains one extremely large kingdom. Or I suppose what you want is to be the king of a kingdom that is part of an empire that contains only that kingdom.
Yes.
But that is ruled by someone who isn't you.
Yes. Or that my kingdom is most of.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you do all the wars, and there's this kind of nominal emperor who does nothing at all.
And no one, has... The only pacts people have with me. Hungarian, Sicilian, Deja... You're trying it again! You stoat. I'd just like to point that out. Right, so we have 3 sieges going. No one has yet gone there. What the hell is happening over there? And there's a Kentish revolt. Right, that is not my problem, that is my minions' problem.
Your 700 troops have arrived.
So they have. Right, let's march you into this county.
You probably want to show the sub-realms of the HRE.
It's not currently urgent. I will do when I next need to move troops. But basically at the moment, new troops go to bolster the sort of smallest army. I'm going to stick you over here to go and watch for what's happening. So we're on 58% war score. We have briefly seen a Holy Roman Empire army, but it was a while ago. Right, so we've besieged somewhere else. Good, good. Do we not have all the holdings there? We have all the holdings except one that's already ours. Right, fair enough. Still an arbour and still not entirely a problem. Okay. Ah, there is a large Holy Roman Empire fleet there. Do I pull a couple of people off? My inclination is to get these two armies, when they finish their sieges, up to the coast.
Well, yes, the Holy Roman Empire armies have landed in the...
Yes. So, right, so you... Right, let's find a nice shiny new organiser. We'll march you into that county. And we leave them in that county. Right, you... Let's just... Okay, that's not part of Bohemia. Let's in fact march you over here. Right, you lot, glue, organiser. Get your ass over there. And once I'm there, I can put him in charge of one of the flanks, and you know, generally sort stuff out. Okay, that's nice. I must remember to land what's his face. Okay, you're about another holy war for Trebizond. Okay. I've got 240 ships, which is plenty for 18,000 troops. Right, let's get rid of the blasphemous pagans. We are at 78% war score. You are walking it there. How is your siege going? Your siege is going okay. And so is yours. Brilliant. Right. Oh, look, people drawing the defensive pact against me. But I'm such a fluffy bunny. I mean, I'm not going to war with the Holy Roman Emperor at all. No, wait, bluff. Sorry, lying is a sin. We should not do it. Right, so we have besieged somewhere. Excellent. We are now besieging somewhere else. Excellent. Okay. So... Okay. Okay, so you are now there. You are now besieging Brunn. Okay. I'm sure we've converted Tikvini to Catholicism before. Oh well. Right. And also, very shortly, they're going to be... Yes, they're now reinforcing at 700 soldiers a month.
Wait.
Not yet.
Yes, you would need to land him. I think the slight problem is you can't unpause
Until I...
without declining that offer.
Yes, I can't.
And I'm not... So the question is, if you don't unpause, if you accept the offer, does he have the barony at the moment when you accept the offer?
I don't know.
Well, if you're not feeling lucky, you can always decline and then submit the same offer.
Well, yes.
He does have the barony in that
Yes.
Actually, now if you open up his that character's view again, the pain for that character. Yes, he's now got the barony. I think it's probably okay.
Let's accept.
Yeah.
Right. We won. Right. So obviously we want to usurp the Duchy.
Hang on, who would you usurp?
Right, Duchy of Moravia we want. I think, because that gives
That's
us...
currently owned directly by the
Yep.
Holy Roman Emperor.
Right. long as I don't.
Who's he then?
He's my nephew.
And he is also your like grand vassal, isn't he? He's vassal of the King of France,
yes.
Your vassal. So the fact that you weirdly can usurp it, you probably don't want to.
I probably don't want to do that. Right. Anyway, so we currently are not at war with the Holy Roman Empire. Let's dismiss a bunch of armies. It's probably time to start making rice. Very shortly anyway.
Yep.
While I do exciting things like dismiss all my armies. Oh, we're 100% threatening again. Jolly good.
Well, yes, you did just invade.
Yes.
You have almost now got a. How far does that empire extend in? You touch the North Sea there. It doesn't. That bit doesn't quite touch Pannonia, so you don't quite manage to get. You're getting close to having an empire that stretches from the North Sea to the Black Sea. You touch the North Sea, but you don't quite.
So there's the independent Duchy of Holland that doesn't quite join up.
Those
there.
two don't quite join up, and you've got a small gap between Bohemia and Pannonia, and 2 counties or so between Pannonia and the Black Sea.
Yes. But I've also got, this is not an inconsiderable empire at this point. Let's go check how my factions are doing. So we still have your Duke of Armenia.
It's about 10 past for those who like race.
Yes, I'm going to go and... No, that's the wrong bloody Duke. Oops. Duke of Holland. Okay, that's not an
That's actually probably
Holy Roman Empire. Okay, that explains everything. Right.
What's that just across the Pyrenees from you?
Aragon. Part of the Aragonian Revolt.
Oh, right,
I don't have any claim on the Aragonian Revolt, and nor indeed now do I have a spare anything. Right, anyway, while I'm waiting for...
Have you set another holding building?
I don't know. No, so I built Oxford. Yep. Let's hold a feast. No, I don't want to kill my Protestrator. Okay, there's an Orthodox uprising. That is the problem of my minion. I'm an elector of the Holy Roman Empire.
What was that?
I'm an elector of the Holy Roman Empire.
Good start. You're probably not actually a candidate, though.
I'm probably not actually a candidate, but... I'm certainly not in the line of succession, so...
What?
I'm certainly not in the line of succession. Right, let's get some acrobats for my feast. Well, at the moment, my expenditure exceeds my income, but I have a lot of income, a lot of money. So I'm just going to let myself build stuff. I can always pause construction on things if I'm running out of. Yes. Right. And I am doing stuff like having feast to cheer everyone up. Even more for the Teutonic Order. In Norway. They're getting quite a lot of holding. Is that purple? No, that's Petty Kingdom of Vastergotland. But you like me. Fine. Ooh, can I send my Chancellor out? Not yet, because I stuffed up putting him in the right province. Again. Right, the guests have finally arrived. Welcome to my feast. I assume the rice is rising away. Hooray! At some point we need to heat up goo. I do not suggest we mix it all together. I do not think that will help. How dare the mayor insult me? Right, so there we are. We have held a large feast. We're not actually maxed out on threat right now, which is progress. So we still have independence as a problem, but that's fine. I have a plan. Viz, my spy master is out there, ready, and as soon as I can find my Chancellor again, which will be in another few weeks, we can send him out on cheering up duty. Okay. I think we now have Perigord. Yeah. We're really stretching the definition of England here. realistically, we do have a good sort of view of why people tended not to go to war with their neighbours constantly, which is they were too busy quelling internal revolts.
Sorry, what was that?
I was saying that there's good reason not to, go to war with your neighbours all the time, which is you spend all your time quelling revolts. So, right, let's tick the hold us on fair thing.
The title losses are a couple of
duchies
that arguably you shouldn't have anyway.
Indeed. Let's just check I don't have more duchies. I've still only got 2 duchies.
So what are the things that will the worrisome successions?
Let me sort out that one. Baron of Hastings, Duke of Wessex.
So the danger is if he inherits Cyprus before he inherits Wessex,
yes,
then he will take Wessex out of your kingdom rather than bring Cyprus in.
That's probably a question for head chef Stout. Blair, I plan to bring presents round tomorrow. Is there any time to avoid?
I will be destroying the kitchen in the afternoon, so as long as you're sort of before about 1 o'clock.
I can probably answer a door and say
You can
squawk.
probably answer a door and say squawk.
Squawk.
So you're the Duke of...
Probably Claire is hearing this and we haven't got to type anything in.
That's true. So that will take... he's already in my daughter's thing. And that will just take out... so his family is... That will take out Lothian. Wow. I'm not sure I care that much about counties.
So yes, the major things are that you've got that Wessex and Lothian
Yes.
might depart. Yes, because the problem is that they may... the people who might end up inheriting them might already be dukes.
Well, one is definitely already a duke elsewhere.
Right.
Right. Okay, we've got an internal revolt. Well, my daughter is in the defensive pact against me.
Which will obviously stop you just invading to take Lothian back.
But Lothian and Wessex are, of course, de jure part of
Scotland and England. So the Scottish and English kings can fix that problem if it occurs, yes. Or in the case of Lothian, when. Well, of course, if someone were to murder the heir to the Duchy of Lothian...
I think that's excessive.
Yes.
If it were a kingdom, I might worry about it a bit more.
Yes, in particular, duchies can be dealt with by de jure claims later.
Yeah.
Kingdoms often not.
Indeed. So, yes, well, our rate of expenditure has slowed a bit, which is nice. It was at -4. lots of people hostile to local. Improved diplomatic relations. Improved diplomatic relations in there. With the person that's trying to lead an independence faction against me. Right, let's go on a grand hunt, everybody. Let's find the white stag in Middlesex again. Fortunately, they're common enough to, do this. Let's at least move the map so that we're looking vaguely at Middlesex. Middlesex, that famous home of white stags and deers. Hunting the stag is incredibly slow. I mean, I know that Ursula Vernon's been talking about, hiding in a hide to try and leap out at deer and shoot them, but, this sounds more like it involves horses, and you'd think it would go a bit faster. Still, my threat is declaring.
Sorry, Microwave.
Microwave. Jolly good. Okay. Right, that's cheered him up a bit. So let's just check. The London Eye is indeed as tricked up as we can possibly get. Bohemian Revolt War, well, I'm sure that will go well for someone else. Oh look, everyone's in the defensive pact against me. Okay. Well, England won a holy war against Trebizond again. Which is nice, I guess. Oh dear, something's happened to my Protestrator. Let's stick you in there, that will cheer you up apart from anything else. Let's get you researching military technology. Need a bigger county. This is very important. Actually, I should check whether there's any revolts to cross, shouldn't I? I haven't checked in a while.
Alone is slightly.
So you're slightly. That's.
Moderately.
Yeah.
Honestly, other people's territory looks like being revolting.
Not mine. Right, let's stick you in there though. Right, do I have any good commanders? Just a tough soldier. Let's see if we can find. What? Right. Search all. Join court, yes.
That's
Gender.
something weird selecting.
Men.
But I don't know what it was. Because I only noticed when it changed.
Yeah. Right, let's invite another organiser. Board. Finish. Right, Commander. You. On out. Commander. Your stuff is beeped.
Yep.
Oh, you're trying to kill one of my sons. I'm fine with that. You would not believe how fine with that I am. Of course, the one disadvantage is if I do manage to, have both of my sons die in a freak accident.
Yeah, then the problem is that you're not that the
That
entire empire leaves your dynasty unless you put some serious effort into it.
Well, yes and no, but equally, my entire dynasty will probably yoink itself over to Anatolia because she's already queen there.
But yes, but the thing is that then her heir is not
Yes.
not
Not of the dynasty.
the heir to the empire will not be de Normandy. At which point you won't hit game over because there'll be plenty of other people.
Oh, yes. I can pick an ambition.
Get married.
I can get married because my wife has
You gain
snuffed it.
piety if you get selected as an ambition before you do it.
Indeed. Let's arrange a marriage. Right, let's search. So you're a genius. You're of age.
You could sort by age, which might be the viewer. Right, there's one available genius in the world.
I can
mean,
go
the
for.
15-year-old you could easily get betrothed to.
Two. Yeah.
But she doesn't look much better than the 26-year-old.
Yeah. Minus 300 prestige. Oh well. It's not like I can't afford it. You're one of my grandchildren. Let's try and arrange a betrothal. Can we arrange a decent? Not really. I don't really want to marry you off to Thuringia. On the other hand, let's marry you off to the Despot of Scotland. Let's assign you a guardian. Let's send that to the Mayor of Fulham, who might, pay me more tax through being a bit more chirpy.
Well, it makes up for the prestige you lost.
It certainly
Marrying
does,
her.
yes. Right, that was a no score draw on that one.
And next retain piety for getting married.
There we are. I fulfil my ambition to get married. I now, of course, can have no ambitions again.
I shall start up the wing. It's on my food stick.
It's almost food state. Right, I shall save at this auspicious point, having just remarried. The year is 1244.
The name of the place is Building 5.
Bluff. Right, so, come on, actually save to the desktop.
Despot.
We appear to be slightly stuck. Right. I have clicked OK. That's that's gone a bit weird. Well, let's